Thanks for joining me again today for a bit of a product review. So a couple of weeks ago I went out for a big long walk and I went out and I wore my headphones. Now these are my Bose Quiet Comfort 25s. They are noise cancelling headphones with a wire. You can buy an adapter, which is obviously a third party thing that you can put on, which I think actually, from what I've seen on Amazon and various places you can buy them, it looks pretty decent. But as I was walking around, I'd noticed that I couldn't hear a sodding thing apart from the music I was listening to, which is fine. But you know, like when people like ding their bells on their bike and what have you, and you just feel like, oh crikey, am I being a nuisance or am I getting in people's way? I just couldn't actually hear a thing. And also, they weren't actually that comfortable for doing sports in, which, you know, I mean, I've had these things for about four or 5 years now, and they've been absolutely fantastic for sitting and listening to music when I'm at home. I use them for video editing, I use them for audio editing, I use them for absolutely everything to do with my kind of like professional work. But I've kind of come to terms with the fact that actually they're no good for sports, and obviously why would they be? You know, they're over-ear headphones. So I was in Curry's and I had a £20 voucher, which I thought, do you know what, I need to get rid of this because it's just burning a hole in my pocket. And I paid an extra £10 to go for these. Now these are the JLab GO Air True Wireless Signature earbuds. Apparently it's their smallest ever, and they are, you know, shouting from the rooftops that they've got 20 hours of playtime, and they've got touch sensors and what have you, and you've even got a picture here of Sebastian from LA Galaxy. That really sold it to me, that did, because being a massive LA sports fan, soccer fan, I'm really not. But any road, I bought them anyway. The box is nice. So I wanted some wireless headphones. This is the product as it looks out of the box. Now, I've used these for the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to be really honest with you, they are pretty decent. They cost £30. You can't really grumble at 30 quid for these. Now, my kids have got some, well, let's say, they're not legitimate AirPods. They're the knockoff ones that you can get off Amazon for about £18. I've bought those and I've used them myself, and they're all right, I suppose, but they fall out my ears and what have you, and you know, you're not going to get really much of a customer kind of care with that. But buying these from Curry's, I felt a little bit more confident. So just straight away, you know, build quality of this thing. This is the case that the AirPods, sorry, not AirPods, we'll call them the GO Air True Wireless Signature earbuds. So the earbuds sit just inside the case there. They're magnetic, so when you drop them in, they fit in place and they don't fall out. They don't have a lid, so I think they might fall out if you was to throw them in your bag and your bag was rolling around all over the place. They might fall out, I don't know, but you do have to give it a little bit of a tug. I think the magnet is quite strong in there. So just to go over it then, build quality is amazing. It's like a nice hard plastic. It's a high quality finish to it. It's nice and smooth. You've got the logo built into it there, so that looks kind of cool. And then on the underside here, this is how you charge the case. So you charge the case with the built-in USB, which is pretty smooth. I do like that. Now, we've got to bear in mind the price point is £30, so it would be lovely to have, you know, wireless charging built in, but for 30 quid, we can't grumble at that. So I thought that was pretty cool. But like I say, the case is the charging case. Let's take these out, the earbuds out, so we can see it a little bit closer. You've got L and R in there, so you can't get them in the wrong way around. So we've got nice deep pockets in there. Now what I have noticed is they do get full of crud. You know, they do get dust in there and what have you. So I'm a bit of a neat freak when it comes to stuff like that. I don't like my equipment having dust and stuff in because I worry that it's going to block connectors and what have you. So I'm forever going blowing them when I'm before and after I take them in, take them out and put them in. Yeah, so it's probably nothing to think about. It's probably just me being really anal, but there you go. It is a charging case. You get 20 hours of playback. Don't let the box fool you when it says 20 hours of playback. It's not 20 hours off a single charge. That's where it falls down. You get about 5 hours, probably just a little bit less than 5 hours off a single charge. The 20 hours comes into play after you've charged them, which I don't know how long it takes to do a full charge, but you have to charge them in the case, and you'll get another 3 charges out of the case. So when it says 20 hours plus, it's 20 hours plus of playtime between charges that's in the case. So if you're out on the road and you know you're, I don't know, on the bus, on the train or whatever, and you know your AirPods run out, you've got to wait for them to charge again before you get another 5 hours worth. Now that's not too bad a deal. I mean, I'll probably put these in, use them on the bus or whatever, or go out on my bike, and as soon as I've finished with them, I'll just drop them straight in the case and let them charge. So you know, it might be if I'm going to a work meeting, or if I'm you know, taking photos, doing street photography, I might wear them. But then like when I'm in the car, I'll just chuck them on, you know, charge. I will probably never use them for more than 5 hours at a time, but it is something to think about if you were planning on using them for a long time. If you're planning on running a marathon and you can't run a marathon in 5 hours, like me, then you might want to invest in something that's going to give you a little bit more longevity in play time. But you know, I think, like I say, for the price point, we can't grumble at them. Just inside the box, let's get this thing open. So let's get the receipt out of the way. So in the box, we've obviously got spare, well, they're not spare really. They're the different sizes, the earbud, kind of the rubbery, nipply bits that you put in your ears. Now, I always thought my ears were pretty massive, and like I say, I've been using these for such a long time. I haven't really had anything in my ears. So I just went straight away and put the largest ones on and put it in, and it kept falling out, and I thought, no, my ears are massive. Actually, I then went down to the middle one, and that wasn't comfortable. It felt quite hard inside my ears. So I ended up, now my ears aren't exceptionally small, but it is obviously, you know, your ear canal, the hole in which, where my finger is now. That's where it matters, and I'm using the smallest bud for my, what I thought were mammoth sized ears, but they're not, and I feel quite proud of that. My ears aren't as big as I thought they were, and they fit in just nicely. Now, it took a little bit of learning to understand the best way for them to wear them. So when I take them out of the case, there's two well, there's one on each one. See if I can get that into focus there. There is a, oh, come on, focus. There's a little kind of light at the bottom there, you can see that. I'll just turn it to the side so it just goes a bit darker. So just there's a little power light, so that tells you that they're on. Now I find that when you put these in, you pull it out, make sure that it's facing away from you, and then when you pop them in, it fits nicely. That's kind of like the fit that works for me. You might find that it works differently for you, but as soon as you put them in, you know, they're not gonna fall out. They feel dead, you know, comfortable. They haven't fell out yet, and I have been out on my bike with them. I've been out for walks in them. I don't run, but I would imagine that they are pretty, you know, I'm not going to sit here doing a headbanging session with you, but they are very comfortable, and I'm really pleased with them. There's one thing that I don't like about putting things in my ears though, is I don't like things getting grubby or dirty, and it might be something to think about, but keeping them clean is really important. You know, don't share them with other people. So that's the product itself and what it looks like, and kind of like how to wear them. But some of the features that I really think are very cool are on the outside. So the outside of the, I'll just show you on this one. It's the same on the other one as well. Come on. So you've got the JLab logo there, which is, you know, the same on the box. Well, that's actually a pressure sensitive touch sensor, so you can actually use, I'm not going to go into, you know, when you tap once, tap twice, and what all that does, but you know, you can use it to forward music, you know, forward a track, reverse a track, volume up, volume down. So you use your right one for volume up, your left one for volume down. You can turn them on automatically, so the very second you take them out of the case, they connect to your phone, much like the AirPods do from Apple. So you have to physically take it out, whereas there's no lid, and then it connects to your phone straight away, and a little voice goes, "Hello, Bluetooth connected," in quite a sexy voice, and you connected, and then once you've finished using them and you drop them in there, they automatically disconnect, so they're not going to continue using your Bluetooth on whichever device you're using. Whether that be Apple or Android or anything else. Yeah, so they'll automatically connect. You can turn the volume up, turn the volume down, all of that kind of jazz, and obviously you can take calls. One of the things that they do talk about on the box and in the marketing is that it's got dual connect. Now, dual connect essentially means that you can just use one of the one of the earbuds on its own, so you don't have to use it with another one. Now, that might be something to consider if you want to get extra battery life out of your, you know, and you don't mind just having one AirPod, let's stop calling them AirPods, one earbud in there. So, but it also means, you know, you could share with a friend. I don't like the idea of sharing things, plugging stuff in ears and sharing though, but you could do that. But if you only want to use one device at a time, and maybe you want, you know, a bit of pass through, you want to be able to talk to people and whatnot, and just perhaps have a little bit of music on in the background, or if you just want to take calls, you can do that and just have the one earpiece in at a time. You could do that, and obviously that will increase battery life somewhat. So they will independently connect to your phone, but will work seamlessly together. If that makes sense. It is pretty cool actually that you can do that, but one of the things that I've found is, now I don't know if this is a fault with the product or not, I have used just the one earpod, stop calling them pods, Matthew, they're not AirPods. I've used the one earbud, so I usually use the right hand one on its own if I use just one. But when I've felt the need to, right, okay, I want to use both of them now, I've put the second one in. It does connect and it does carry on working, you know, seamlessly. Audio is synced up really nice. There's no kind of lag between your device and, you know, the speaker itself. But what I have found is that when I've done that and I haven't taken them out at the same time and connected them at the same time, the left-hand one will drop. It will drop out and I'll lose sound. Now, it is only for a fraction of a second, or, you know, maybe a second, but it's enough to make you go, oh, okay, and then you can ignore it. But it happens quite a lot, but I only notice it when I've done the kind of dual connect, and I've only had one earpiece in rather than the two. So again, I'm not going to beat them up too much though, because the price point is really, really good, and I do think they look really nice as well. They look great in your ear. They don't look too ostentatious. They do look quite funky, look quite cool. I do like the case. Oh, they are waterproof as well. I can't remember what level of waterproof they are, but they do say that they are kind of like shower proof and, you know, sweat proof, so that kind of thing. But the case as well, I don't know how waterproof a case would be or needs to be. I haven't tried it on purpose, although I have spilt my drink while that was out on the desk, and that got covered in water, in a little bit of lemonade. But it's okay. I wiped it down with a very, very damp flannel, and it seems to be okay. So overall, I give this kind of like, you know, for a price point, you know, like it certainly is an 8 out of 10 kind of product. I really, really like this. I'm really, really pleased that I found it. It's better than them cheap ones that you buy on Amazon. It definitely feels like a product that you'd be, you know, quite happy to have. I don't know the prices of the. I mean, there is an app that you can use. Apparently, burning in the audio is really important, but I don't really know too much about doing that. But there is an app, and I was looking on the app, and they've got quite a few other products. So this is the very bottom end of their lineup. But I'm really, really impressed with them. I really, really like them, and I'm going to be using them probably until they die. Like I say, for the price point, I don't think that will be forever. I've had them a few weeks now, and I'm really, really pleased. So I would definitely recommend these to a friend or relative, and obviously to all of you, my viewers, I recommend that you go out and you buy one of these. I bought this myself, so it's not a, you know, this is definitely me bigging up this product. They're not paying me to say this, they haven't given me this. This is, you know, definitely an impartial review. I really, really like this. So yeah, go out and buy one, or don't, it's up to you. But what you can do for me, which would be really nice, is if you could give me a like, a thumbs up, a kind of subscribe would be nice. If not, that's cool as well. But you know, if you have found this video useful, or if you like my face or my voice, which not many people do, why would you? I mean, the lovely dulcet brummy tones that come rambling out me chops probably aren't everybody's cup of tea, but you know, if they are your cup of tea, please chuck me a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.